Okay, so here is our introduction to measurement. I did not write this PowerPoint, so I left Jennifer Del Castillo there because it's her PowerPoint. I just slightly edited it. And here we go. Okay, so what you need to know about measurement is, first and foremost, there are some basics of measurement that I need every single student in my class to have a general understanding of, and that's what we're going to cover today. There are two systems of measurement. The U.S. customary system, which we use here in the U.S., but not ever in my science class, ever. And then there is the metric system, which is used all over the world. So in my class, we use the metric system because it is actually easier, and you're about to find out why. Okay, so here are some measurement basics. Length is the distance of something measured. So it's like from here to there. How long is my desk? Volume or capacity is how much something can hold. It's generally a liquid. It's how much water fits in here, or how much water is in there, that type of thing. Weight is how much something weighs. And the thing about weight is it's different than mass, and we're going to get more into that. So when we talk about weight on the planet Earth, weight and mass are the same things, but once we leave Earth, they're two completely different things. And then mass is how much space something takes up. So weight is how much you weigh on this planet, and mass is how much space you take up on this planet. If I go to the moon, my weight is going to drastically change, but my mass will stay the same. I do not lose a leg if I go to the moon. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the U.S. customary system, but we're never going to use it. It is a system that has many different units of measurement. Each unit has a completely different name, and they also have completely different conversion factors. So this right here is the reason we don't use the U.S. customary system in my class. It just gets messy fast and very confusing fast. Now the metric system has a base unit and a lot of different prefixes. So meters, liters, grams, that type of thing. The metric units of measurement are meters measure length, liters measure volume or capacity. You know, when we say 2-liter bottle, there you go. Grams measure the mass/weight, depending on what planet you're on. Okay, so the units of measurement. And so now we're going to see right now why I like the metric system. So in the US, I have cups, I have pints, I have quarts, I have gallons, I have fluid ounces, I've got it all. In the metric system, all I have is liters. All I have to think about is liters. Okay. With length, the US system has inches, feet, yards, and miles. That's a lot. Whereas the metric system has meters. My meter stick, please never get the meter stick and the yardstick mixed up. They are actually slightly different lengths. So units of measurement are for weight and or mass. In the US system, we have ounces, we have pounds, and we have tons. And in the metric system, we have grams. So relaxing. All right, so here's your prefixes. So there's a lot more than these. I'm going to tell you in advance, but you're not going to need to know them right now. So milli is 1/1000th, which means 1,000 millimeters equals 1 meter. So my 1 meter stick has 1,000 millimeters on it. Those are the tiny, tiny little lines that you see. Centi is 1/100th, which means that 100 centigrams equals 1 gram. 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. So it's 100. Deci. This is not one we use very often, but I actually like it. It means tenth. So 1 deciliter equals 1 liter. And a lot of times we'd use a capital L for liters just to keep it straight, but here I did not. or she did not, I'll say. So anyway, it's 10. So 10 decimeters are in 1 meter. Deca. So that means times 10. So now so it goes millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter. And now we're going to continue up the scale. So a decaliter is 10. I'm going to, instead of dividing it by 10, I am now going to multiply it by 10. So 1 decameter equals 10 meters. 1 decaliter equals 10 liters. So now I am multiplying. Hecto equals 100. So I am now going to multiply by 100. So 1 hectogram equals 100 grams. And kilo, this is the one we know. It is 1,000, which means 1 kiloliter is 1,000 liters. The one you are super familiar with, especially if you've lived overseas, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So these are the prefixes you're going to use a lot. And I'm going to give you a cheat sheet, so don't worry about it. But I will tell you, in general, we only use meters and centimeters primarily, and liters and stuff like that. We don't use the extra flashy ones. Okay. And here right now is why I do not use the US system. So length, 1 foot equals 12 inches, 1 yard equals 3 feet, and 1 mile equals 5,280 feet, which I think is a very arbitrary number, but there you go. For volume, 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces, 1 pint equals 2 cups, 1 quart equals 2 pints, and 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. So volume's a little better. At least we're dealing with, I don't know, even numbers, factors of 8. Anyway, so moving on. Weight, 1 pound is 16 ounces. But please don't confuse them with the volume ounces. And 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. Again, very arbitrary number. And that is it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, freakouts, and/or panic attacks, please let me know.